All right, welcome to our show, The Business Edge. Today, I'm very fortunate to have one of our good guest speaker with us, Gang Tian, who actually holds a relationship manager position in Queen's University, and he also have a lot of experience in the education institutions. So, welcome to the show, gang. First of all, can you share with the our viewer and our audience that as a relationship manager, what do you exactly do in your role?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all, Canvas. And I would say in my role, there are two main responsibilities. First one is obviously like my job title entails is to build relationships and trust with all of our clients, right? Whether it be B2B or B2C. And the second thing that I aim to do is to provide the most comprehensive information that's specifically targeted to our clients' needs, as well as obviously incentivize them to purchase our products. So I would say those are the two of my main responsibilities in my role.
Okay. Now, earlier you talked about B2B and B2C, and I would like to dive that into deeper, right?
Of course.
How are serving B2B clients and B2C client, how are they different?
Well, I mean, let's talk about B2C clients first, right? I think in my job, it's much easier or more straightforward, I should say, when it comes to dealing with B2C clients, just because those clients tend to represent themselves, right? So when they approach me, they usually have a specific goal in mind that they're aiming to achieve, whether it be professional development, whether it be something as abstract as, wanting to get a promotion within the next couple years. So it is up to me to kind of figure out how to best support them through our programming to achieve those goals, right? And so whether it be leadership training that they need, or maybe they want to be more strategic in the way that they perform their tasks or better execute their current responsibilities, right? Whereas on the other hand, B2B clients are a little bit trickier in the sense that they are generally or usually representative of their organizations or companies, right? So while on one hand they might come in with a specific mandate they've been given, they may not always fully understand what is required of them, right? So the type of trainings that they were given a task to provide or particular gaps that within the organizations that they were given a mandate to fulfill, those may not be very transparent to the client that I'm interacting with as to how they are supposed to approach that, right? And also another thing to realize is that those clients are generally not the end users, right? So while the client may have an idea of what type of trainings that organizations requires, their goal and the skill sets that they're hoping to provide may not always line up with the end users, right? So it is kind of my job to figure out what those needs are, not just from the client and the organization, but also the individual needs from the end user to make sure that there is a harmonious blend between the two so that not only the organization come out happy and satisfied with our programming and with our products, but also that the end users that are attending our programs can come out with skill sets that they can utilize in their specific situations.
So let's backtrack a little. In those programs that you develop or the school develop is mainly for executive development, right?
Yes. So our main target audience are range from junior leaders to executive leaders in the C-suite, I would say, right?
Okay.
So we don't generally have a lot of entry level professionals,
Yep.
but we are starting to kind of implement programs that's addressing this market.
Okay. So for example, going back to what you just said, when you deal with B2C participants, right? You have a list of programs that you have like in your bookshelf, for example, and then you have like, hey, you can take leadership or accounting or finance, right?
Yes.
And then based on their need, you kind of direct them to the proper program or the schedules that you will have coming up, and then you kind of suggest them to take those courses, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is also why I kind of said that when it comes to B2C, it's a bit more straightforward. Right?
Okay. And whereas B2B, you have that bookshelf right there. But then because they have specific requirement that sometimes you need to customize them, you may actually pull one from here, pull something from there. Is it fair to assume that, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that 99% of our custom program clients, we do call them custom programs, right? For that reason, coming with specific needs, right? While we have, like you mentioned before, a bookshelf or roster of the programs that we do offer,
Mhm.
um, its content and its focus are always customizable, right? We can combine various different programs to create a modular programs over a span of a couple days or even a couple months or over a year in order to achieve the end goal of our custom clients.